Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Florian Wirtz transfer bombshell emerges hours before Real Madrid clash. A transfer bombshell involving Florian Wirtz has emerged hours before Liverpool take on Real Madrid. On Tuesday night, the UEFA Champions League takes center stage again, with Premier League holders Liverpool facing La Liga giants Madrid at Anfield. Ahead of kickoff, all eyes are on Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is making a return to his former home after joining Los Blancos over the summer. The 27-year-old is expected to receive a hostile atmosphere from the Liverpool crowd, who remain unimpressed by the manner of Alexander-Arnold's exit. After losing Alexander-Arnold, Liverpool spent big money to bring in players such as Wirtz, Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike, Jeremy Frimpong, and Milos Kerkez. Wirtz, 22, joined Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen in a then-club record deal worth a reported fee of $116 million. The German star's club record deal was later surpassed when Isak moved to Anfield from Newcastle United for $125 million. A lot was expected from Wirtz, but the midfielder has largely struggled to adapt to English football. So far, Wirtz has registered 0 goals and 3 assists in 14 matches across all competitions for the Reds. Amid his poor form, the 22-year-old was recently linked with a move away from Anfield. According to Spanish news outlet Defensa Central, Madrid are keeping an eye on the German playmaker. It has been suggested that manager Xabi Alonso has asked Real to pay close attention to Wirtz's future at Liverpool. Now, according to Leverkusen CEO Fernando Caro, Wirtz would have joined Madrid over Liverpool if the La Liga giants had made a move during the summer transfer window. He said on Sport 1's Doppelpass, "Wirtz is someone who wants to win the Champions League. He saw that we had won the Bundesliga title, but winning the Champions League with Bayer Leverkusen might be more difficult. He would definitely have gone to Madrid if Xabi had made the offer, but Xabi has less say at Madrid than he does with us. Instead of going for Alonso's former stars, Madrid opted to sign Alexander-Arnold, Dean Huijsen, Alvaro Carreras, and Franco Mastantuono." What did Xabi Alonso say about Florian Wirtz's Liverpool struggles? Speaking ahead of Liverpool versus Madrid, Alonso stated that Wirtz's qualities will eventually shine through at Anfield. He said, "I have no doubts. It is just a matter of time. For sure it is a big change for him to come to Liverpool after so many years in Germany. He's been there all his life, and a few years in Leverkusen. He needs to adapt, but he is a really special player. He has quality and personality, and he's competitive, so when he makes that trick, it has happened with great players in the Premier League before, and I've no doubts with Flo." Alonso added, "He is very special, and probably one of the reasons I'm here now is because of Flo, so I'm very grateful to Flo. Hopefully not tomorrow, but I've no doubt he will show his quality and class." The chosen one. 80-minute European champion will be Van Dijk's successor. Liverpool have got some impending problems to solve at centre-back. Ibrahima Konate is the most pressing issue. The Reds' French star is out of contract in 2026, and so far there has been no sign of a renewal. And if sporting director Richard Hughes cannot come to an accord with the 26-year-old and his entourage, then he will be leaving for free. Liverpool have also got questions to answer over Joe Gomez. The 28-year-old England international hasn't been at his best on the infrequent occasions he's been chosen by Arne Slot. With a contract expiring in 2027, he could be sold in order to generate some transfer income. Liverpool require long-term replacement for Van Dijk. Don't forget Virgil van Dijk either. Arne Slot's defensive leader is 34 now and will be out of contract in 2027. Eventually, Liverpool are going to have to move on from the legendary Dutchman, and 2026 could well be the year the process begins. Although Marc Guéhi was heavily pursued during last summer's transfer window, culminating in a failed deadline day bid for the Crystal Palace captain, the England international is going to be in demand by plenty of clubs with his contract expiring. Therefore, Liverpool may well have to look elsewhere for a stand-in for Van Dijk in the long term. Vladimir Bastoni is Liverpool's chosen one, and according to a new report from Fichajes in Spain, Liverpool recruiters have settled on Alessandro Bastoni as the chosen player. The chosen player to reinforce it is Alessandro Bastoni, currently with Inter Milan and one of the most promising centre-backs in Europe, the report reads. Liverpool FC see him as the natural successor to Virgil van Dijk and are prepared to offer around $80 million to secure his services. His signing would not only guarantee the club's current defensive strength, but would also secure the future of a back line that needs gradual renewal. Bastoni, 26, is under contract at San Siro until 2028. He has been on the books of the Italian giant since 2017, joining from Atalanta, before a loan spell with his origin club and another temporary spell at Parma. A veteran of 40 Italian caps, he was part of the Azzurri squad, which won Euro 2020, and was last season named as the best defender in Serie A. Naturally left-sided, Bastoni currently plays on the side of a back three with his club side. Xabi. Alonso agrees with Arne Slot as clear Liverpool verdict reached. Xabi Alonso has agreed with Arne Slot's comments that Florian Wirtz will have a significant impact at Liverpool when he has fully settled and adapted to the physicality of the English game. Wirtz played under Alonso 119 times during his time at Bayer Leverkusen and established himself as one of the world's most exciting young players as he became a title winner at the German club in 2023-24. Those performances convinced Liverpool to commit to paying a $116 million 152mm fee on the 22-year-old, but he has yet to make a real impact at Anfield since his arrival. Wirtz has failed to score in 14 appearances for the Reds and has registered just 3 assists. The German international has admitted he has found the physical demands of the Premier League difficult to get up to speed with, and it's no surprise that 2 of his 3 assists have come in the Champions League. But Alonso, who knows Wirtz better than most, said he is sure Liverpool's no. 7 will start making a bigger contribution soon. For sure. I have no doubts, the ex-Liverpool midfielder said ahead of Real Madrid's Champions League trip to Anfield. It could just be a matter of time, for sure. It's a big change for him to come here to Liverpool after so many years in Germany, his whole life, and a few years in Leverkusen. But he's a really special player. He has the quality, he has the personality, he's competitive. It has happened with many great players in the Premier League, and I have no doubts with Flo. He was so special and probably one of the reasons that I am here, so I am thankful for him and, hopefully not tomorrow, but we are looking forward to him starting to show his quality and his class. Those comments chime with Slot's thoughts on Wirtz, which he expressed just a few hours earlier in the build-up to the real clash. You can say he started 1 out of the last 4. You can also say he already started 8, 9, 10, or 11 games this season. For a player that comes from a different league, which is a very good league by the way, but I think 9 out of 10 people would agree that the Premier League is a bit more intense, especially in all the games. Then, if you look at that, then he already played a lot, and he's had his impact in many games, but has been unlucky with the end product, either by himself or his teammates. Liverpool versus Real Madrid predictions made as Reds given worrying verdict. The highly anticipated match arrives at a difficult time for Liverpool. When the Champions League group stage draw was made, it seemed inevitable that Trent Alexander-Arnold would return to Anfield with Real Madrid. However, the exact circumstances of the match remained unknown. Real Madrid, having experienced a 2-0 defeat on Merseyside last November, is well aware of the challenge that lies ahead. Despite this, the visiting team enters Tuesday's game as the favorite thanks to its impressive form and Liverpool's recent shaky performances. Arne Slot's players managed to halt a streak of 4 consecutive Premier League losses with a 2-0 victory over Aston Villa on Saturday and delivered a resounding 5-1 win against Eintracht Frankfurt in their last Champions League match. However, their vulnerabilities are still evident. So, Will Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe add to Liverpool's woes? Or can Slot and his squad build on their victory over Villa with a standout performance against Real Madrid? Our writers have shared their thoughts. Sam Mead, after their victory over Aston Villa at the weekend, it's too soon to say whether the Reds have truly turned a corner. The Spanish team presents a formidable challenge, having won 10 out of its last 11 La Liga matches and often showing its best form in the Champions League. Madrid has been victorious in all 3 of its European matches so far and is set to return to Anfield with a few intriguing narratives. Madrid suffered defeat at Liverpool last season, but now the team is back with Xabi Alonso at the helm and, most notably, Alexander-Arnold among its ranks. Liverpool, too, has often excelled on the European stage, but the team's aura has taken a significant hit as it grapples to find a winning strategy. In contrast, Madrid seems to be hitting its stride, with Mbappe showcasing some exceptional form. This match has all the makings of an ideal away day job in the Champions League, capitalizing on a team struggling to break free from a slump with some ex-Liverpool stars potentially relishing their homecoming. Liverpool 0-1 Real Madrid. James Whaling. The Reds appeared to have turned a corner after defeating Aston Villa following a dismal run of results, at least on the domestic front. However, they're fresh off a comfortable victory over Eintracht Frankfurt in their previous European match, and we're well aware of the magic they can produce on big Champions League nights at Anfield. This is undoubtedly one of those nights. The return of Alexander-Arnold adds an extra layer of intrigue to the proceedings, especially if he's included in the starting lineup. But Liverpool is up against the European powerhouse that is Madrid, and it won't be an easy evening. There remain concerns about Liverpool's defense, and players like Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe will be eager to exploit this. However, I believe Liverpool will manage to salvage something from the match. Liverpool 1-1 Real Madrid. Felix. Keith. I'm fully embracing the Anfield under the lights on a European night magic narrative, and after being quite impressed with how the team handled Villa on Sunday, I'm backing Liverpool to etch another memorable victory into the history books. This should be a captivating spectacle. And in my view, there's no chance that Liverpool can maintain a clean sheet. Vinicius and Mbappe are bound to challenge Liverpool's incredibly shaky defense. However, the Reds demonstrated in their last Champions League match against Frankfurt, where they netted 5 goals, that they have plenty of attacking options. Mohamed Salah has found the back of the net in his last 2 matches. Cody Gakpo is an underrated menace from the other wing, and Hugo Ekitike appears threatening every time I've seen him play this season. I'm predicting a thrilling end-to-end match decided by a dramatic set-piece toward the end. Cue pandemonium at Anfield. Liverpool 3-2 Real Madrid. Tom Victor. Liverpool seems slightly improved against Aston Villa, but still appears susceptible against a team of Real Madrid's caliber. Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate have looked shaky, and an opposition attack with speed and cunning can exploit this. Arne Slot's team hasn't struggled to find the back of the net this season, and we can largely disregard the club's exit with a heavily rotated team. Madrid has proven difficult to penetrate in Europe, but it has shown vulnerabilities in its league performances at times, which players like Salah and Ekitike could exploit. As has often been the case this term, it's a matter of who can score more, a shift from last year when Liverpool was defensively solid. Despite Slot showcasing his European expertise, his team might just fall short this time around. Liverpool 1-2 Real Madrid. Daniel Orm. Despite their recent results, the Reds remain an extraordinarily skilled team, so this won't be an easy victory. They have a squad capable of going head-to-head with the Spanish team and possess enough attacking firepower to genuinely concern Xabi Alonso's side. The only issue is that Liverpool is arguably facing the best team in Europe at the moment. Madrid has lost just 1 league match all season, netting 26 goals in the process. It's hard to envision the Reds keeping Madrid at bay, given the defensive weaknesses they seem to have developed this season. Of course, there will be the underlying narrative of Vinicius's disagreement with boss Alonso, but it wouldn't be surprising to see him score at Anfield, while Mbappe should be a safe bet to continue his excellent form on Merseyside. Liverpool 1-2 Real Madrid. Guehi's future takes. Twist as Bayern Munich join chase amid Romano update. Liverpool's long-standing pursuit of Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi has taken a complicated turn, with reports suggesting Bayern Munich could soon make a move for the England international. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has hinted that Guehi's future may now be closely linked with the uncertain contract situation of Bayern. Centre-back Dayot Upamecano, potentially setting up a major European bidding war. Guehi's near move and sudden collapse. Liverpool's attempt to strengthen their defense during the summer window ended in frustration when a $35 million deal for Guehi collapsed on deadline day. The Crystal Palace captain was reportedly preparing for a medical in London, with personal terms and paperwork close to completion. However, club chairman Steve Parish intervened in the final hours, cancelling the transfer and insisting the player remain at Selhurst. Park Parish later justified his decision by pointing to Palace's first European campaign and the risk of losing their key defensive leader without time to secure an adequate replacement. His move, while unpopular among Liverpool supporters, underlined the growing importance of Guehi to Oliver Glasner's side both on and off the pitch. Bayern Munich enter the picture. According to Romano, Guehi's name has now appeared on Bayern Munich's shortlist as they prepare for potential defensive changes next summer. Speaking on his YouTube channel, he explained that Bayern's interest is conditional on Upamecano's future at the club. If Upamecano leaves Bayern on a free this summer, Marc Guehi is then on the list at Bayern, Romano said. They want to add in defense if one of their senior players departs, particularly if either Upamecano or Kim Min-jae moves on. That revelation places the Bundesliga champions alongside a host of top European sides, including Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Manchester City, all of whom are monitoring Guehi's situation closely. With his contract entering its final year and with no sign of a new deal being agreed, Palace face increasing pressure to decide whether to cash in or risk losing their star defender for nothing. Liverpool's waiting game. Liverpool remain firmly interested and are expected to revisit the situation next summer. Should Guehi refuse to extend his stay, he would be free to negotiate with foreign clubs from January 2026, giving Bayern Munich and other European giants a clear head start. Premier League sides, by contrast, must wait until the end of the season to hold formal talks. The Reds' defensive rebuild under Arne Slot has been gradual, with the club prioritizing a balance between experience and long-term potential. Guehi, a composed and versatile defender with Premier League pedigree, fits the recruitment profile Liverpool have targeted in recent years. Yet the growing European interest could make any pursuit increasingly complicated and costly. Thank you for watching. Like and comment, subscribe.